In the midnight zone, there is no place to hide. There is no sunlight, no plants, and no mercy. Here, the rules of the surface don't apply, and survival depends on how terrifyingly you can kill. We are diving 4,000 meters below the waves to meet the masters of the void. Welcome to Deep Blue Chronicles. The Fangtooth fish, scientifically known as Anoplogaster cornuta, is a creature that seems to have crawled directly out of a gothic horror novel. Despite its relatively small size, reaching only about 16 centimeters in length, it possesses a face that defines nightmare fuel. Its most distinguishing feature is its massive, needle-like teeth, which are so long that the fish cannot even close its mouth. Evolution has provided a strange solution. The fish has 2 deep pockets in its brain casing, allowing the bottom fangs to slide into its head when it shuts its jaws. In the pitch-black darkness of the midnight zone, eyes are often secondary to touch. The fangtooth relies on its highly sensitive lateral line system, which detects the slightest vibrations and pressure changes in the surrounding water. It is a relentless, active hunter, patrolling the deep with an aggression that belies its small stature. The biology of the fangtooth is a masterpiece of extreme adaptation. Living at depths of up to 5,000 meters, it endures crushing pressures that would flatten any surface animal. Because food is incredibly scarce in the deep blue, the fangtooth cannot afford to be a picky eater. Its stomach is incredibly distensible, allowing it to swallow prey nearly as large as itself. When it strikes, it doesn't just bite, it impales. The teeth are designed to lock onto anything that moves, ensuring that once a meal is caught, there is no escape. Interestingly, as juveniles, they look completely different from the adults, so much so that scientists originally thought they were 2 different species. They lack the long fangs and have lighter skin until they descend into the absolute dark of the abyss. This transition is a dark coming-of-age story, where a normal-looking fish transforms into the ogre of the deep, a silent guardian of the world's most hostile environment. If there is any creature that represents the sheer strangeness of deep-sea evolution, it is the Gulper eel, or Eurypharynx pelechinoides. While most eels are sleek and streamlined, the Gulper eel looks like a giant mouth attached to a thin, whip-like body. Its jaws are loosely hinged and can open wide enough to swallow creatures much larger than its own head, resembling the pouch of a pelican. This is an essential adaptation for life in the nutrient-poor bathypelagic zone. In this vast desert of water, encounters with other life are rare. When the Gulper eel finally finds another living being, it must be able to consume it, regardless of its size. Its stomach is capable of massive expansion to accommodate these irregular, enormous feasts. Despite its terrifying appearance, the Gulper eel is not a particularly fast swimmer. It uses a much more calculated method of hunting: bioluminescent deception. At the very tip of its long, thin tail sits a complex, glowing organ known as a photophore. In the absolute dark, the eel holds its body still and wiggles the tip of its tail, creating a mesmerizing pink or red glow that mimics the movement of a tiny, harmless organism. Curious prey, drawn to this single beacon of light in the darkness, swim directly into the path of the eel's massive, gaping maw. Before the victim realizes the danger, the living trap snaps shut. This strategy of lure and trap is one of the most efficient ways to conserve energy in a world where every calorie counts. The Gulper eel is a reminder that in the deep blue, you don't always have to be the fastest predator. You just have to be the most patient and the most deceptive. The black swallower, or Chiasmodon niger, is perhaps the most ambitious predator on the planet. This small, dark fish typically grows to only about 25 centimeters, yet it is famous for a feat that seems to defy the laws of physics. It has the ability to swallow prey up to 10 times its own mass and twice its own length. This is made possible by a stomach that functions like a highly elastic balloon, stretching until it is so thin that it becomes transparent, revealing the undigested victim inside. It is not uncommon to find a black swallower with a massive fish coiled inside its belly, a sight that looks like a biological impossibility. This extreme hunting strategy is a direct response to the starvation or feast reality of the deep ocean. The black swallower has long, inward-pointing teeth that act like a conveyor belt, pulling the struggling prey into its gut. However, this ambition can sometimes be its downfall. If the swallowed prey is too large, the swallower's stomach cannot digest it fast enough. The dead fish begins to decompose within the predator's belly, releasing gases that cause the black swallower to float upward like a morbid balloon. Most specimens found by humans are those that have died from this over-ambition, floating to the surface, because they literally could not stomach their own success. It is a haunting example of how the desperation for survival in the deep can lead to a predator's own destruction, a high-stakes gamble where the winner takes all or pays the ultimate price. Swimming through the deep waters is a living relic that has remained virtually unchanged for 80 million years: the frilled shark. With its eel-like body and strange, primitive features, it looks more like a sea serpent from ancient folklore than a modern shark. Its name comes from the 6 pairs of frilly gill slits that wrap around its throat, giving it a ghost-like appearance as it glides through the darkness. Unlike the powerful muscular sharks found near the surface, the frilled shark has a low-density liver filled with oils, allowing it to hover effortlessly in the water column with minimal movement. This makes it a perfect ambush predator, a silent shadow waiting for the right moment to strike. The true horror of the frilled shark lies within its mouth. It is armed with 300 needle-sharp, trident-shaped teeth, arranged in 25 rows. These teeth are pure white, standing out against its dark mouth like a jagged trap. When it attacks, it lunges forward with surprising speed, using its long body like a spring. The teeth are not meant for chewing, but for hooking. Once a squid or a fish is caught, the inward curving needles ensure that any struggle only pushes the prey deeper into the shark's throat. Because they live at depths of over 1,000 meters, they are rarely seen by human eyes. They are the ancient, silent witnesses of the deep, a prehistoric lineage that survived the extinction of the dinosaurs by hiding in the one place the world forgot: the dark abyss of the Midnight Zone. In the deep-sea arms race, the dragonfish is arguably the most sophisticated assassin. Despite being only 15 centimeters long, it is equipped with a biological toolkit that would make any modern predator envious. Its most famous weapon is its invisible light. While most deep-sea creatures can only see blue light, the dragonfish produces a beam of far red light from a photophore beneath its eye. This acts like a sniper's infrared scope. The dragonfish can see its prey in the dark, but the prey cannot see the red light, leaving them completely unaware that they are being watched. This allows the dragonfish to stalk its victims with absolute stealth, an invisible hunter in an invisible world. The dragonfish's lethality is further enhanced by its skeletal structure. Its head is connected to its spine by a flexible, bungee-like ligament, allowing its mouth to swing open at an incredible 120-degree angle. This, combined with massive, transparent teeth that are as hard as bone, means the dragonfish can take down prey nearly half its size. To prevent itself from being seen by other predators, its skin is among the blackest materials found in nature, absorbing over 99% of all light that hits it. Even its barbels, the long, glowing chin whiskers used to lure prey, are designed for maximum efficiency. The dragonfish is the ultimate midnight assassin, a creature of shadows, infrared vision, and specialized bone-crushing power. It is a testament to the fact that in the deep blue, the most dangerous thing is the one you can't even see coming. The Midnight Zone is not a place of emptiness, but a realm of specialized mastery. These 5 predators prove that in the dark, beauty is replaced by efficiency, and life persists in ways that still baffle science. Which of these hunters chilled you to the bone? Let us know in the comments to help our deep-sea community grow. If you want to see more Chronicles of the Abyss, hit the like button and subscribe to Deep Blue Chronicles. Click the video on your screen now to discover even more ocean mysteries. Thank you for watching, and keep exploring the Chronicles of the Deep.